Hello everyone, and welcome to a project, another one that I'm very excited about, much like Stardew Valley, but for a slightly different reason. Some of you may be recognizing what's going on here already. For those who haven't, you're in for quite a treat, as, ooh, that didn't look good. Anyway, as you can tell by the title, this is Let's Play Subnautica. And, uh-oh. I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not comfortable with this! So yeah, the game just kind of throws you right into it. It's kind of jarring the first time I played. We appear to have entered some sort of escape pod, which is now on fire. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up this here fire extinguisher. Oh, no, don't stand too close to that. Okay. Yeah, sorry if this intro is a little jarring. The game kind of like throws you right into it. But, there's not a whole lot to say about the background of this game, really. Looks like our little tablet here seems to have an emergency mode.
Minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome.
Yeah, I would say so.
The DA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Okay, so let me go ahead and put this fire extinguisher away. And looks like there's something flying around up there. Let's see what we got. Huh. You know, a few scratches will buff that out, Captain.
Aura suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Yeah, I am not surprised looking around to hear that. Okay, well, let's just get our feet wet then. So yeah, this, as I said, is Subnautica, and whoa. This is an interesting part of the map that we've started on. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games that's come out in the past couple of years. Very, very cool. I actually didn't even hear about this game until I saw my roommate playing it in my old apartment. I watched him play for like maybe half an hour, and I was like, okay, I need this for myself. So yeah, as the PDA said, our primary objective here is to more or less just survive. People who are more familiar with the game might recognize that I am in freedom mode. I am not in survival mode. What this means is that I will not be gathering food or water to survive, which, you know, a lot of people might say, oh, that just cheapens the experience. You're just making the game too easy. It's really not. Honestly, for me, it's more of a quality of life thing. I just hate having to stop to eat and drink, and it's just like, it's such a pain, and it really ruins. Well, I don't know, not ruins, that's a bit of a stretch. For me, personally, it takes away from what the game is truly about, or what I truly enjoy about it, and that's exploration. As you can see, we start off in kind of like a coral reef area, although that looks a little intimidating over there. Oh, here we go. So it's telling us to break this limestone here. I like how the text kind of like follows you around. Okay, so we got some titanium there. I didn't really pause to let it tell us that. You see we got some metal salvage here. We're going to go ahead and pick that up. Basically, I'm going to spend this first little bit gathering as much supplies as I can, kind of in my first outing. I'm going to want some titanium. I'm going to want to make some more of those lime deposits. Oh, and I'm going to need to breathe some water as well. So, every time you boot up a new game, it actually starts your life pod in a different part of the ocean. The ocean itself is actually the same. It's not procedurally generated. It is the same every single time. But where it drops you off is different every single time. And I gotta say, this will be... I'm not used to being this far behind the Aurora, which is the name of that ship over there, the one that crashed. So, this will be interesting. Okay, so I've got some metal salvage. I think the next thing I'm going to want to get... Let's take a look in here. You'll see these cargo crates, and you'll see... Ooh, that's a sea glide fragment. That's actually really nice to have. We can't really do anything with that just yet, though. I'm mainly going to want to look for some more limestone. Oh, don't want to approach this guy. This manatee-looking guy. The glowing green bits on his butt will actually poison you, and he'll shoot him out if you get too close. He's not carnivorous. He won't eat you. He's one of, well, I don't want to say few. There are plenty of creatures in this ocean that won't eat you, but there are some that will. Okay. This here is a kelp region. I'm actually kind of glad I spawned near one of these. There's some supplies that we can only gather here, such as these creepvine seed clusters. I'm going to pick up 2 of those. Also, I see some limestone here. Let's go ahead and break that. Oh! And that guy that just passed by us, that is a crash fish. As you can see...
Advised, a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
You can see that crash fish there. Oh, can I pick up that sulfur, please? Yeah, I kind of like swam out of that little flower as soon as I got close. Basically, they're kind of like suicide bomber fish. And the first time I ever played this game, and the first time I saw one of those, that freaked me out. The sound they make is really freaky.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Nice. Well, that's good. Let's see. Okay, well, that's already empty. That's good. Ooh, that's sandstone. I didn't expect to find that this early.
Essential component of many habitat modules.
Oh, let's see. Yes, I need some oxygen. As the game was saying, you know, swimming in sea caves can get you pretty disoriented, so make sure you kind of keep your head on straight with that. And that actually goes for real life, too. Guys, if you're diving and you see a sea cave like this, don't go in it. It's not worth it. There's nothing you'll find in there that is worth the chance of getting lost and disoriented. It's kind of like a PSA in the form of a Let's Play. I don't know, not that I've ever even been diving myself, so who am I really to lecture, but I do love the ocean. That's one of the main reasons I actually adore this game, is because I love the ocean in real life. I kind of said it in the first part of Stardew Valley. I think the ocean is super neat, and yeah, I love all the fish in it, all the creatures that inhabit the ocean. I think they're all rad. You can actually see we actually ended up going through a different part of the kelp forest over there than we started in. Okay, so I'm going to try to find a little bit more copper, ideally, as well as some quartz. I see some down there. There's another crash fish. Now, one thing you can do, see how that one swam at me? If you kind of double back and let it swim towards you a bit and then swim back at it, crash fish don't really turn around very well. So usually if you just let it chase you for a minute and then go straight at it, you'll be fine. If you just try to swim in a straight line away, it will catch up to you and it will damage you. They can do a lot of damage to you. The crash fish can be kind of nasty. Let's see, I see some more limestone here. I am going to be a little wary of more crash fish because in an enclosed area it can be harder to get away from them. There's more sandstone here. I'm actually getting really lucky finding all this sandstone. Normally I don't find this much of it that early, or rather that much of it this early in the game. Let's see. Sorry if the view, by the way, the first person is a little disorienting. I'm actually hoping this is going to turn out alright because when I tried doing a test recording of the main menu, it was kind of stuttering a lot. The ocean waves were. So hopefully this recording is turning out alright. Let's see. What's my inventory look like? Let me go ahead and hit tab here. Okay, I still have some room. Now, one thing you might notice, you want to be careful when you're in your PDA menu, because the game is not paused. Your oxygen is still going down, and if something is chasing you and you're in that PDA menu, it will still keep chasing you. The way to pause the game is actually hit escape, like so. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dive back down here and look for some more limestone. Basically, I want just a couple more pieces of copper, and then I think I'll be good. I kind of want to avoid the open ocean for now, and at least until I get a better scuba tank, one that'll let me hold my breath for longer. I'm actually going to pick up some more quartz here while I'm at it. Don't see any crash fish. We're good. Here's some more limestone. There's another copper. Alright, I'm going to go get some air, and then I'll come back down here. You can also see that it is quickly turning to nighttime. Nope. Yeah, see those green things right there? Those are poison. You're going to want to avoid those. Oop. Yeah, I know it's stuttered.
It is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Yeah, I'm going to try to not talk over the PDA too much. But you can tell that my screen started to black out a bit when I hit 0 oxygen. Now, you're not necessarily just dead at 0 oxygen. There's a little bit of time, you still have a few more seconds after you begin to black out to make it to the surface. So even if the screen turns completely black, keep swimming towards the surface, and there's a decent chance, depending on how far you are, that you'll still make it there. Okay, so let me take a look at my inventory again. Got 3 pieces of copper. I would like a few more, ideally, before I head back to the escape pod. Now you can see it's nighttime, and there's in this part of the ocean there's actually a lot of bioluminescence, so it's not so bad, but the part of the oceans like over there are a little bit dark. So in this early in the game, when you don't have like any kind of equipment, I would definitely advise against swimming out in open ocean in general, really, but definitely during nighttime. Okay, I've been down here already, and that's sandstone. Yeah, that's sandstone. I'm not really interested in that just yet.
Oxygen.
Also, thank God for the oxygen reminder, because there have seriously been times where, had it not been for that, I would have drowned. Okay. I don't really see a whole lot of limestone, and with it being night, it's going to be hard to see more limestone, so I'm just going to go back into the escape pod here. Now, how you craft stuff in this game is you're going to use this thing here called a fabricator. If the nodes here are in blue, that means that you have things that you can craft from them. If they're in gray, that means you can't. I'm going to go ahead to resources, basic materials, and I'm going to start by clicking titanium. Now that scrap metal that I picked up can be dismantled into pieces of titanium, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. As far as, whoops, let's see, as far as what to craft, if we go to our PDA here, you see this wrench, these are blueprints. And this will show you all the things that you know how to craft so far. So I'm definitely going to start with a standard O2 tank. Only takes 3 titanium. I'd like some fins as well. We'll need silicone rubber from that, which we'll get from the creepvine clusters that we picked up. Now I'm also going to want to craft pretty much all of these tools here, but most importantly I'm going to want the scanner. The scanner will be important to, well, we'll see that in a bit. The survival knife is not bad to have, but not super necessary at this moment. And I'll want a flashlight as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to the fabricator here. Let's see. Electronics. Here I can craft a battery, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll actually, yeah, I can make 2. So I'll go ahead and make 2. And if I can make a third one, I can. I'll make a third one. You can never have enough batteries in this game. Pretty much all of your tools operate on batteries. I'm going to craft some silicone rubber. You see I get 2 of it per creepvine cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and make some more here. And I'm also going to make a little bit of glass from that quartz we picked up. Now, let's see. Electronics. I'll make a wiring kit. I don't think I need this quite yet, but I'll go ahead and make it anyway. Now on to personal. So this is where you craft equipment and tools. I'll start with equipment, and I'll start by making a standard O2 tank. That should increase my oxygen up to, yep, 75. So now I have 75 seconds underwater. I'll also make some fins, which will make me swim 15% faster.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Okay.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Now I'm going to be quiet while we get this dialogue here.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
See, I just like that little bit of lore in this game. This game's kind of full of that, and we'll see a lot more of it later. You might have noticed, too, I didn't really talk about it, but I picked up a first aid kit before I went out of here. out of this pod. And now you can see it's slowly regenerating. Basically, when this reaches 100%, it'll spawn another first aid kit. And you can go to your inventory and use those to heal up your energy here. Or your health, rather. Okay, so now that I have all this equipment, I'm going to actually go down here. You can see a lot of it is actually equipped automatically. In fact, all of it is, so I don't even really need to mess with that. You can use the mouse wheel to change between your tools here. And I'm going to start by repairing... Oh, excuse me. We're just going to edit that out, that burp. I'm going to start by, repairing my escape pod, rather. I'm going to repair my radio here as well. So now I can... Oh, I have a message. Let's go ahead and play that.
This is alarm. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Oh, okay, good. So, as the game's kind of implying, help's not really going to come anytime soon. So we're kind of just left to fend for ourselves here. Okay, I'm going to go back up here, and it looks like day has broken. So I'm going to go out, and I'm going to try to find that sea glide fragment that I found earlier. Now, if I recall correctly, that was over here. Yep, kind of over here by this, this part of the Aurora wreck. Now, these are going to be important to find pieces of the wreck. Basically, these pieces will have, like, little boxes and stuff. Ooh. I might have seen those bubbles there. I think that was a thermal vent? That's what it looked like anyway. I'm going to go check it out. Oh yeah, see, this is a thermal vent. You don't want to swim too close to that for obvious reasons. But nevertheless, we're going to explore this wreck a little. You're going to want to look for these cargo boxes. Like that one I saw that had a sea glide fragment in it. Basically, you can scan these fragments with the scanner and then get new things to craft. That sea glide in particular is going to be very, very handy to craft.
30 seconds.
Okay. And I know it wasn't around the wreck itself, but... Wow, there's nothing in any of these boxes. Okay. You can see you can also scan parts of the environment as well. And that'll add whatever you scan to your logbook. Now, you can go to your... Let me surface here. You can go to your PDA and go to the data bank, and now you can look at life forms, like the coral. Okay, you can also see we got some new blueprints here. I believe we got those, yeah, so this one we got, after we got the standard O2 tank, this is to make a high-capacity O2 tank. And actually, all we really need is some quartz to make this craftable. So I think I'm actually going to go find some quartz, which you can normally find in caves, like so. I'm going to use E to put this away. Oh, here's some right here. Oh, there is a crash fish. I'm going to let it swim past me. Oh god, there's two of them. This one I'm actually going to go ahead and go out here. Yeah, you can see, though, by swimming in a straight line, I kind of let him catch up to me. Okay. But once the crash fish have blown up, they won't spawn more for quite a while. So I'm going to try to find that cave again. It was right here. So I did see a fair bit of quartz. Yep, we'll go ahead and pick this up. And some limestone here. And you'll also want to get the sulfur from the little things that the crash fish come out of. The little, I don't know what you call them, flowers? You're going to want to make sure to grab that, because that was actually how I crafted the scanners, with a little bit of that sulfur. Let's see, that's limestone right here. Let's take some of that. Also, while I'm at it, I'm going to use this knife and cut off some of this table coral. You're going to need some of this... probably not too soon, honestly, but it's, you know, better to have it than not need it, than need it and not have it. So I am going to go back up to the escape pod here. Let's go to the fabricator. I'll make some more glass. Hopefully I have enough to make 2. I do. Good. So now I can make that high-capacity O2 tank. But you see, it doesn't count as having the standard O2 tank in my inventory. To actually do that, you're going to have to go to your... Whoops. You're going to have to go to your PDA here, take it off, and put it in your inventory instead of being equipped. So let's go ahead and put it back on the fabricator. Make a high-capacity O2 tank here. It should automatically equip it, I believe. Yep. And now you see we have 135 seconds of oxygen. Much nicer than the 45 we started off with. Alright, now that we can explore a bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and try to find that sea glide fragment again. I wish I would have made a better note of where that was. Let's see. I think actually, wasn't it over by the kelp moor? Because that's kind of where I first started exploring. Let me grab some more. And you see, this is a habit of mine that I like to get into personally, is even if you don't have that much oxygen taken out, still just going up and surfacing periodically is a good habit to get into. Because it's really easy to just stay underwater and just kind of forget about your oxygen, and then all of a sudden you're, you know, hundreds of meters underwater and too far from the surface. I think this is it right here. I hope it is. No, that isn't it, but that's still something we'll take. The immobile vehicle bay fragment. We're going to need that a little bit later. Oh, you can see the game's telling me to cut some creep vine clusters here. Let's go ahead and do that with the knife. See it add a little bit to the inventory. I don't want too much, though, because it takes up 4 slots. Okay.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
The game isn't kidding when it says that either. There are a lot of different kinds of biomes in this game. You can actually see there is a deeper one. You can kind of see it out beyond there. We do have enough oxygen to explore it at this point, but I really... I would really like to find that sea glide fragment. If I can't, it's no big deal. We can always just find another one. You know, as far as the fragments go, they'll drop more than you need. Much more than you need, honestly, throughout the world. So, you know, if I need 3 fragments to complete the sea glide, there's going to be far more than 3 out in the ocean. Okay, here's actually, I think, the part of the kelp forest I was exploring earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some oxygen and take one more peek, a little more than that. I'm going to take one more look down here before we end the episode, just to see if I can find this again. Yeah, again, I really should have made a better mental note of where that was. I know it was kind of like in some seaweed. Well, here's some limestone. Let's go ahead and get that. I'm going to avoid going down there for now. Oh, see that thing right there? That is a stalker. We're going to kind of want to avoid these guys. They're not too dangerous, but they will attack you. Ooh, you can see we got a bit of a drop-off right here. Oh, cool. Okay, here is another wreck, which means there'll be more parts here. I can see one right here, actually. This is a part for the grav trap. Not an item I personally use too much. Oh, here's a sea glide fragment. Perfect. And we just need one more of those. I'm looking at my timer right now. You know, I would like to make the sea glide in the first episode, but if we can't, that's alright. What I might do is just between episodes try to find another sea glide fragment. See if I can't make that at the start of the second episode.
Scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Now you can see we scanned a counter there. That is actually just like a table. You are actually able to build your own base in this game. We won't be doing that quite so soon, but probably within the next couple of videos. But you know, I'm getting a little high on time here, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. See, hopefully this video turned out well and didn't stutter like the intro screen did. Well, let me go ahead and get...
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation.
Oh.
Continuing to monitor.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound too good, does it? So in the next part, we'll go ahead and keep exploring the nearby ocean. Try to pick up that sea glide so I can show you what that's all about. And maybe we'll see more about that, what did the game say it was? A quantum detonation? So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Hexlex signing off. Have a good day.